Hi guys, so yesterday I posted a recipe to the Atkins support group on Facebook. Since I posted it, I've had quite a lot of people messaging me with questions, also saying that their clouds aren't turning out anything like mine are. I'm not sure why that could be. I'm not sure if you guys are having, just little fails or really, really big ones, I don't know. So what I thought I would do today is to record myself making the clouds. Any questions that you guys might have asked me that I've not already answered, they might be answered by this video. If for some reason, once you've made your clouds, after watching the video, you still can't seem to get it right, then please do, by all means, comment below or direct message me on Facebook, and I'll see if we can figure out where you're going wrong. Now, before I start, I just want to mention, I'm not a chef, I'm not a professional chef. I just make these things in my kitchen for my family. I mean, my daughter, she likes them with herbs and stuff. My husband, he's slightly different, he likes them more sweet. I've adapted them to suit myself, my own taste, my family's tastes. Again, once you've got the hang of it, you can do so as well. But I just want to point out that I am not a chef. I wouldn't even consider myself an amazing cook or anything. So please do not expect them to be perfect. Okay, I've got my oven preheating at the moment to 150 degrees Celsius. Centigrade? Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, so what I'll do is I will get the correct information and the conversion and put it down in the bottom for you. Okay, so I've already separated my eggs. What I did was put the yolks in the small bowl, in the jug, and the whites in the big bowl. Make sure you don't get any of the yolks in mixed with the whites. It really does affect the whisking later on, and it doesn't work as well. Okay, so I'm going to put the whites out the way at the moment, and I'm going to take my cream cheese. I'm using Philadelphia, but you can use whichever brand you like. I've got my mixing spoons. Now, I bought these from Asda. I think they were about £2.50. Asda in the UK is owned by Walmart, so I guess you guys in America can to get them there. So I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of cream cheese. I need a teaspoon. Scrape it out with. Just make sure, yeah, that's a teaspoon. And I'm mixing this in with the egg yolks. I don't make sure that it's flat or anything, I just literally scoop 3 out. Love cream cheese. Okay. And then I'm going to use a teaspoon of sweetener, or I don't know what you guys have in America. I'm sure you have the same as this, sweet and low, or I'm not sure what you guys have out there. Because I've still got cream cheese on my spoon and most of it's stuck, sweet and stuck, I'm just going to put in a little bit extra. You can really sweeten it to your own taste, if I'm being honest. My husband prefers them sweeter. He's also doing the Atkins diet at the moment, and what I do when I make his is I break up a little bits of the, the Atkins chocolate bars, the crispy chocolate. I break up bits of that and I make them sweeter, and I put some of that in. So I do that for him. And I also, for my daughter, she quite likes them with rosemary and thyme sprinkled on the top and a little bit of garlic. So if you're having them savoury, or us in the UK, we have our Sunday dinners, and you could use them instead of Yorkshire puddings, they're great as that. Okay, so my salt I'm going to put in now. I'm going to put in about a quarter of a teaspoon. I like things quite salty, so you don't have to put this much in it if you don't want to. Okay, so that is all we need to put in there. Now, as for the egg whites, I'm going to put in a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder. This is the one I use. Those. Okay. All I'm going to do now is use a fork to mix in the egg yolk and the cream cheese until it's blended up nicely. I feel like I've forgotten something, but I don't think I have. I don't know. It'd be very good to do a video tutorial on the recipe and forget something. Okay, so you want to make sure that all the lumps are out. Actually got cream cheese on my eyeball. Not good. I did wash my hands before I started this, by the way. Okay, I'm not really beating this, I'm just kind of squishing it against the sides of the jug to make sure that all the lumps are out. Okay, so I've got the majority of the lumps out, if you can see that. Any tiny little ones left, I wouldn't worry too much because you're going to mix it in all together anyway. Right, now I'm going to blend my whisk, my egg yolks, until they're stiff. Turn it on. Until it's nice and fluffy, like this. You guys see? So when you lift it up, it shouldn't fall out the bowl. And then we're going to add in our, you see that? I'm going to add this mixture in. Now when you stir this, you want to make sure that you stir it and get it into your into the oven really as quick as you can, because it starts to melt, and that lovely stiffness that you created with the eggs, the egg whites, isn't as stiff anymore. Okay, so I'm just gonna try not to get my hair in it. Mix it in. I've already got myself a grease paper covered tray there, baking paper, greaseproof paper, parchment, do you guys call it in the US? I'm not sure. Okay, so once that's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it onto the baking tray. You see that? Okay. I'm going to make these big because I like to have them with fillings in and things. Maybe it's like a sandwich, or you could have a burger in it. I suppose you could use them as burger buns. But I like to have cream cheese and smoked salmon on mine, so I like them quite big, and then I'll eat 2. You can get 10 to 12 small ones if you just want them as like bite snacks, but I prefer to have bigger ones, so that's what I'm going to do. Any left over, I will put in the fridge until these are finished cooking, and then I will bake those after, because I only have one baking tray. So these do get slightly bigger in the oven as well. I probably could have fitted more on there, but it's good for me. So I'm going to put this in the fridge now until these are cooked. Put it in the fridge because, again, like I said, if you leave it out in the warm, it will melt. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then I'll come back when they're done. I'm going to put them in for 20 to 25 minutes, and I'll check them at about 20 minutes. I like them to be a little bit more cooked than not. The texture changes slightly, it's not as marshmallowy in the middle, and I prefer it like that. I think it's easier when you spread things on them and stuff. So I'm going to go do that and I'll come back. Okay, so these are my clouds after 20 minutes. Now, if you look at them, they are nice and golden, but when I squeeze them, they're still a little bit on the not soft side, but they're a little bit more squidgy, and that way I know that they're not necessarily cooked as well as I personally like them on the inside. So I'm going to stick them back in for another 10 minutes and keep an eye on them. So these are my clouds just out of the oven now after an extra 10 minutes. So they've been in for 35 minutes now, I think, altogether. Now you might be able to see it on the camera, the difference when I squeeze them. You'll hear it crunch slightly. They aren't crispy on the inside, they're crispy on the outside, and they'll still be soft on the inside, but when I squeeze them, you'll just hear the difference. You see, they're not as squishy as before, so that is perfect for me. So those are my cooked clouds. Like I said, you don't have to put them in as long as me if you don't want to. Try it a couple of different ways and see which one suits you the best.